Welcome to Best Binocular Reviews. In this video we're going to be taking a look at mostly the external features on these Levenhuk Monaco 8x42 binoculars. For a full review that contains all the details and information on their coatings, as well as my thoughts and findings on them after using them both in my office and out in the field, please take a look at the link on the comment section below, which will take you through to the website. As you can see, the included rain guard fits nice and securely over the eye cups, and so shouldn't come away that easily accidentally. It has a nice flexible bridge in between the two cups, which means you can put it back and store it on your binoculars no matter what your IPD setting is at. The guard itself looks to be made from a soft rubber or plastic. Not much else to say about those. The objective lens covers fit within the ends of the barrels and come away with these two clips over here. Once again, they fit very nicely within the barrels themselves, and really won't come away unless you really knock your binoculars or something by accident. One thing to point out though, whilst they do fit really nicely and they look to be made really well with these nice spring releases, they aren't actually tethered to the binocular, which is quite common to find these days, which means once you take them off, you need to put them in your bag or somewhere safe, so that not only are they easy to get at and put back once you've finished looking through binoculars, but to make sure that you don't lose them or something or misplace them. These Levenhuk binoculars feature twist-up eye cups with, as you can see, a full 18 millimeters of eye relief, which is plenty, and thus should provide most people, even those who wear glasses, enough flexibility in order to get your eyes exactly the right distance behind the ocular lenses so that you get the full field of view. As you can see, they twist up and down quite easily. There's no free movement or anything like that, and they have two intermediate click stops between fully retracted and fully extended. Once again, this just adds a bit of flexibility so that should you wear really thick glasses or something like that, you'd probably have them fully retracted down with your glasses resting against the actual almost the eyepiece itself. However, if you have slightly thinner glasses, or everybody has a different shaped face, you might want to have them set at this level, and just it helps to get you to be able to set them to whatever works best for yourself. As with most binoculars these days, the diopter adjustment is located on the right eyepiece. It turns with just enough friction to make sure that accidental movement shouldn't happen too easily. These don't have any sort of ratchet system or locking mechanism, so this little bit of friction over there is quite important to make sure that once you have your setting, your desired setting, and when you set up your binoculars to suit your eyesight, it stays at that point. The ring itself has a rubber coating on it. I can't actually see underneath what it's made of, but it's easy enough to turn and does what it's intended to do. These Levenhuk Monaco binoculars have a nice and large centrally located focus wheel. It turns really nice and smoothly with just enough friction to make it not spin around too easy and that and move when you don't want it to. Having said that, there's no free play or anything like that, or movement that can sometimes get a little bit annoying on some binoculars. To adjust your focus from one end of the focus plane right to the other takes just less than, hold on, there we go. As you can see, it's almost 360 degrees. This is actually quite an aggressive focus mechanism, which some take 2 full turns of the wheel, whilst others, very few take less than this. So what this basically means is the aggressive mechanism means focusing from really near to far is nice and quick. Obviously, on the flip side to that, because it's quite a high gear, making fine adjustments is theoretically just that bit more difficult, because even the tiniest movement moves the plane of focus quite a long distance. However, having said that, I've been testing these for almost a week now, taking them out and in the office, and really it hasn't been an issue at all with me, so really nothing that I would worry about. And I do like the fact that you can go from near to far really quickly, so you could be looking at something quite close, like some birds in the little bush over there, and then suddenly hear an eagle and you need to focus right in the distance, and you can get there really quickly. These binoculars are tripod adaptable, and what we mean by that is this central cap in between the two barrels. This dust cap over here can be unscrewed. This reveals a thread that you can see over there. It's a standard size thread which will take any tripod adapter that I've ever seen or used. You just screw it into there, and then from there the adapter attaches to your binoculars. So great for anyone who needs a really steady view or wants to keep their binoculars trained at a specific point over long periods of time. The overall design of these roof prism binoculars is fairly standard for that of a roof prism binocular, in that obviously I know that you can see that the eyepieces line up with the objective lenses. A poro prism usually will have an angle with either the eyepieces nearer or further away from the objective lenses. It has a single bridge in between the two barrels. It's fairly narrow, which is quite nice because it leaves quite a lot of the barrels exposed, so that you've got plenty of surface area to hold on to. They feel really nice and comfortable. I do like the rubber coating on these is quite hard, yet it also is quite tacky. And by tacky I mean it has a good amount of grip on it, and they actually feel really nice to hold in your hands. Nice and balanced and comfortable. I also found that I like that if you look over here, once you sort of get it to your most people's IPD setting, the central located focus wheel it protrudes quite a lot up above the binocular. Makes it really nice to reach, and when you're focusing. But when you're wearing winter gloves, which I have been over the last few days, it's been really cold here. Adjusting this focus wheel with it's also rubber coated. These big tracks, nice and easy and nice and accurate. These binoculars are fully water and fog proof, and by fog proof what they mean is the sealed body of these. When they seal it, they remove the air that's inside it and replace it with a nitrogen gas. This is a moistureless gas, and so basically inside the instrument it's a sterile, moistureless environment, which prevents the inner surfaces, glass surfaces, from fogging up when you get rapid temperature changes and things like that. On top of this, because there's no moisture inside, this will help prevent any sort of corrosion or anything like that happening. As well as sometimes on older binoculars you'll see that the insides of the glasses gets a green type fungus or something like that. This won't happen with these binoculars should they remain sealed. You can also see that the objective lenses over here, 42mm in diameter, as is obvious by their name, but as you can see they set quite deeply back within the ends of the barrels. I think it's almost 10mm. This is really good in the fact that it provides a bit more protection to the actual lenses, not only from physical damage of scratching or things like that, but when they're just sitting around, so unless there's a wind, it just stops more dust than necessary landing on top of them, or even in light rain. That you've just got a little less chance of the rain falling and landing on the lens. You adjust the IPD setting, or the distance between the two ocular lenses, to match that of your eyes, as with most binoculars, by simply opening and closing the central hinge. Once again, there's no play here. It's nice and firm. There's enough friction again from just prevent it from flapping open and close when you don't want to. The included Levenhuk neck strap, as you can see, is nice and wide, which helps to distribute the weight over a larger surface area, and as well as that, as you can see, it's well padded, so it's really comfortable. If you look here, it's not curved as you find on some of them, which the curved ones can make the strap itself fit more naturally and more comfortably around over your neck and shoulders. But having said that, this is nice and flexible, and it really has no issue. I've had no issues with comfort at all on these. The connectors that connect to the flexible bit, to the part that goes onto your binocular over here, is made of rubber. Perhaps not as luxurious as the leather ones out there, but it's stitched well and does the job it's meant to do. The straps themselves connect to the binoculars in the usual way, through these side holes over here, and you just thread this strap back on itself through the slider over here. The included carry case from Levenhuk looks to be well made. It's, as you can see, is a soft case, but with enough padding that it will provide a reasonable amount of protection to the binoculars. As you can see on the sides of the carry bag, there's one pocket over here and one over here. Sort of nice if you're going to carry some pens or pencils, should you be identifying birds or your keys, or perhaps some small bits of change. You could I guess also keep your lens cleaning cloth in there. The bag itself, it also has on the back over here, it has a loop strap, a belt loop strap, sorry, so you could thread your belt over there through it and then carry this on your hip with your binoculars inside. The bag itself doesn't, like some, come with its own straps. You basically have your binoculars inside, and you can thread the neck strap of the binocular through the sides of the bag and around your neck, should you wish to carry it that way. The lid is held closed by this buckle over here. I do like the buckles as opposed to things like Velcro, in that opening and closing them is, well, that wasn't a good example of what I'm trying to get at. It's just a bit quieter than the Velcro, and should you be stalking a timid animal or some birds, something small like that can make a difference. If you look inside, I'll just have a look over here. As you can see, it's well padded and looks reasonably well made. Well made in fact. Another thing to mention about the actual bag itself, and something that a lot of manufacturers seem to forget, the binoculars fit really well with inside them, and by that I mean, let's just do it quickly. You can see over here, it's quite easy to get them inside. You can store your binoculars no matter what your IPD setting is at, and the lid is easy to close like that, nice and easy. Now, where a lot of manufacturers forget is you don't want to have to twist down your eye cups and that every time you store your binoculars. So, well, I don't want to, it just gets a bit annoying after a while. So always make sure that the bag with the actual rain guard on top is still able to easily close, which for me is a really small thing but an important thing. I can't tell you how many binoculars it frustrates me immensely as you're out in the field and you want to quickly put your binoculars back and you've got to twist in the eye cups, and fold up your binoculars to make them fit back in the bag. It just, it's something that you shouldn't have to do. So it's nice to see. It's nice to see that these binoculars come with an included cleaning cloth. I wouldn't go as far to say that it's of the best quality lens cleaning cloth out there, but for general emergency use out in the field, it'll be fine to clean your binocular and occasionally light dusting of your lenses. Should you want to clean your lenses properly, I would still recommend that you get yourself a proper lens cleaning kit. But for, as I said, emergency use and out in the fields, this would be more than adequate and easily stores away in your carry bag. That concludes this quick walk around video of some of the external features on these Levenhuk Monaco 8x42 binoculars. As I said before, for the full review that contains loads and loads of information on anything you can think about these binoculars, as well as how I found them to perform against other binoculars and my benchmark binoculars and things like that, please take time to just click the link on the comment section below, which will take you through to the BBR website. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.